Since I got a lot of positive feedback from my bookish resolutions video on starting a writing series of videos, that's what we're here to do. What I want to do with these videos is to kind of document my process, like as I'm writing, and to share tips, advice, motivation, inspiration, that kind of thing. I'm not published, I just write, so I have no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully we can kind of make some sort of sense out of writing if we all talk about it together. I watched some NaNoWriMo vlogs in November last year and I really enjoyed the way that they did them. It was kind of on like a day-to-day basis where they would talk about what they've been doing in the day, how many words they'd written, that kind of thing. But I tried that this week and it turns out that it's not going to work for me because first of all, I tend to write in the morning before I look like a decent human being, and second of all, I get distracted by the camera. I start thinking more about the content of the video rather than getting some actual writing done. So I think a weekly wrap-up summary kind of video is going to work a lot better for me. So this week I've been working on my main project for my creative writing module at university, which is, for me, it's going to be the start of a novel. And so far I've been working on this since summer last year. So I started planning it in summer and started writing it in around October. So far I have 6 different beginnings for this same story. I've basically tried to write the story from multiple characters' points of views, multiple different styles of writing. I've tried third person, I've tried first person. I just was never convinced that that was how I wanted to write it. I knew what I wanted to write, I just didn't know how to go about it. So I wanted to talk about false starts and finding the right way to begin your story and sticking with it. I've always been one of those people that when they start a story, they love writing the beginning and setting everything up, introducing characters, introducing the world and all of that kind of thing. When I look back at the things that I used to write when I was younger, it would literally be a setup and then it would be like, and then they all lived happily ever after and solved the problem, the end. I've always struggled with plots and figuring out where the story is going to go after I've set it up. So this week has definitely been a struggle because, okay, I only need to write the beginning of the novel for my assignment, but I do want this to be a project that I can continue on with after I finish university. It's snowing! And it stopped. So basically for most of the week I had a story that I was quickly losing interest in because I could see so many holes in the plot. I knew that it wasn't working. I knew that the main theme that I want in the book, that is my main motivation for writing this book, wasn't there, and I didn't know how to fix that. And then the other day I read this book, Red Shirts by John Scalzi. In this, 2 writers have a confrontation about making their characters do things, basically, not being afraid of characters actually being active and having autonomy and doing what they need to do to move the plot along. And I realised that that was the problem with my story. So I've shifted the point of view to a different character and she is a lot more able to carry out this plot. It actually changed the story a little bit, but I'm a lot happier with the way that it is. The theme that I wanted is there, and yeah, I'm just really happy with this version of the story. I started writing from her point of view and suddenly everything was just kind of working and I was thinking of ideas and how it would lead on to the next thing, and I was thinking, yes, finally, is this actually like a plot that's actually gonna work? That was my experience this week with false starts. So what I basically wanted to discuss with this is just how do you find the inspiration and the motivation to continue with that one idea even when it isn't working out for you. Then I also realised that where is the point that you stop and give up? So say I end up with like 50 attempts at this book and still nothing is working. When do you know to give up? Basically. I think the fact that I have a deadline on this means that I'm not at a liberty to keep swapping and changing my ideas. I really need to stick with one and make it work. So that's really been very helpful for me because I tend to just scrap an idea if it's not working, and for some reason before now had never thought that I could try it in a lot of different ways. I would just say this idea isn't ever going to work and then just scrap it and move on to the next thing, which now that I think about it isn't really the best thing to do. I hope this video was in some way useful and interesting to people. Like I said, this is a discussion kind of thing, so I would really appreciate any comments that you have, any tips and advice and your own experiences. If you want to do like a video response, that would be really cool as well. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you all next time.